Look, overall, when you play the Bengals, you know you're going to give up some plays like that. But, I mean, the big question is, what was that? And you know the answer. You can all say it with me at home. It was a Jaguars loss, or it was the same old Jags. I've heard it until I'm blue in the face, just like all of you have. But that's kind of what it was. Look, overall, both of those are right. We've talked about how much has changed. A lot has changed, but some things just never seem to change around here. And this team apparently can't beat this guy. This is Jake Browning, not Joe Burrow. It's Jake Browning. He came down here Monday Night Football in the bank, put on the show of his life. He comes in today against the Jaguars defense and just makes it work. And it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. Like, this would be a very different movie if he tossed the Cub off the cliff at the beginning of it. You got to know how to close out football games. And they had a chance. I mean, talk about Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd comes up clutch, gets an interception, sets up the Jaguars offense. I mean, what a play by this guy who we've given a whole lot of grief over his NFL career. After that pick, the NFL win probability was at 86%. But that was 14% too much, and the Jaguars sure know how to stick a stick in their own bicycle wheel. Ball on the ground. Jaguars are now 1-1. This is not a spot that they should be in. I mean, the ref, he got to put that flag back in his pocket. I mean, you let the rookie make the play. That's a tough spot. They should not be in this spot. If that's incomplete, it's game over. Jaguars win. But overall, here we are. And after week 1, we talked about controlling the controllables. We already talked about this and stopping those self-inflicted wounds. In week 1, it was penalties, right? Okay, let's fast forward to week 2. They fixed the penalties, well, sort of. If you put duct tape over a crack, is it really fixed? I don't think so. Because it wasn't the same penalties, right? It doesn't really count. They were new problems. Not even Bob the Builder can fix these problems. In the second quarter alone, they had 5 illegal shifts. Yes, shock, 5. And this was in a very short window. So I kind of think I know what the agenda for practice this week's going to be. You got to fix the pre-snap stuff. All right, now maybe the biggest problem of them all. I mean, where is this guy at? Where's Brian Thomas Jr.? I don't know who was out there wearing number 7 today, but it wasn't Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, maybe it was Thomas Bryan, his evil twin. I don't know what was out there. But whoever that guy is that showed up in Cincinnati, hopefully he just kind of does like Urban Meyer did and misses the plane back to Jacksonville. Too soon? No. Okay, that's enough of the bad. It's only week 2. The sky isn't falling. There's a long way to go, and there are some major bright spots on this team. Look, one of the biggest bright spots, this guy. If there was a question about whether Bashal Tutin was ready for the prime time, the bright lights, the bigger workload, I think he answered it. Tutin was scooting and scoring, and he's explosive. The touchdown run was great. Don't get me wrong. First career touchdown for the guy, but he caught a screen pass that he took for 24 yards. That play was a thing of beauty. There were multiple times where it was like, they got him, and if he was bottled up, you're like, all right, nice play. But he just pops out of it. Now, I don't want to be the person to say it, but I will. This is the most explosive backfield the Jaguars have had since 2008, and if you know, you know. But look, all the good stuff from this game overall will get lost in just how bad the fourth quarter was. 3 pretty good quarters, but it all came unraveled in the fourth. Nothing matters no matter how you want to look at it. A drop pass in the end zone, a drop pass on 4th down, a PI call on 4th down. Those plays can and were the difference in the football game for the Jaguars. Good teams close out games. Jaguars just haven't reached that level yet. Maybe soon. Maybe against the Houston Texans next week. The sooner they find some fourth quarter magic, the better. But it shouldn't have to look like this, like you're connecting dots for a conspiracy theory. It's just go and play good football in crunch time. Let your stars make the big plays. But it's tough when your stars aren't showing up in those big time moments.